I'm Gerald,
My name is Bianca.
and today we're going to share some shocking facts about the cost of living crisis in America versus Paraguay. Let's start with groceries.
How much does lamb cost?
In America, lamb can cost as much as $20 to $30 a pound, depending on the part of the lamb.
How much does lamb cost in Paraguay?
The last time I bought roughly 1.5 kilograms of lamb, which is like what? Probably like 3 pounds, 3.3 pounds. And I paid roughly 6 pounds for that, which is incredibly inexpensive. So this comes down to like $2 per pound, which is ridiculously cheap.
How much is bottled water in Paraguay?
I typically buy a 10-liter bottle, so 10 liters of bottled water, which costs me about 14,000 guarani, and 14,000 guarani comes down to roughly $2. In America, you can expect to pay anywhere from 50 cents to probably $1 for a gallon of water. So here we can see that the prices are actually quite similar, so we can't really say exactly where it's cheaper, but it's probably about the same.
How expensive is salmon in America?
The cost of salmon in America, it varies greatly depending on what state you're living in. I'm going to give an example here. For instance, in Texas, a pound of salmon starts at $9.78 at H-E-B, but it can also easily be double that. For instance, North Atlantic salmon, which is the dark red salmon, is a lot more expensive in America than the regular salmon. So the regular salmon starts at like $10 a pound. Maybe sometimes you can get it cheaper if there's like a promo. But as a rule of thumb, you're probably going to end up paying at least $9 to $10 per pound of salmon in America.
How expensive is salmon in Paraguay?
You know this very well, Bianca. Salmon in Paraguay is very expensive. Why? It's only imported, right? So it's not untypical to see it going for as high as $30 for 1 kilogram. So you're probably going to end up paying, I would say, anywhere from $15 to $20 a pound in Paraguay, which is definitely expensive. So it's not the cheapest of proteins that you can purchase.
How much does house cleaning cost in Paraguay?
House cleaning in Paraguay is actually quite inexpensive. So to have this apartment cleaned here, it's a 2-bedroom apartment. I paid 120,000 guaranis, which comes down to roughly $16.70. This is the current exchange rate. So it's actually very efficient. It's very cost effective to have your apartment clean in Paraguay because, again, this is probably going to take the person anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours to have it cleaned from top to bottom, and this for every single room. So it's actually really inexpensive for a foreigner.
How much can you expect to pay for house cleaning in America?
Now, if you were to hire a regular service, not a professional cleaning company, you'll probably pay at least $60, but you can pay as much as $100. If you were to go with a professional house cleaning service, so you call a company and they're going to send an employee over, you're going to pay a lot more. But we're taking now the cost of house cleaning in San Antonio, Texas, and we're comparing it to Asunción, Paraguay. So we're not picking new cities and new states. No, we're now sticking, and we did the same also for the salmon and for the groceries that we're talking about. So you probably will end up paying at least 300 to 400% more on the lower end, but you can easily pay 7 to 8 times that amount as well.
How much does massage therapy cost in San Antonio, Texas?
You can expect to pay at least $60 for a 1-hour massage in San Antonio, Texas. Now, when you take more, if there's like a promo and, let's say of 5 sessions or 10 sessions, what's very typical is that when you buy 5 sessions, you get a 10% to 20% discount. This is quite common. So you end up paying for maybe 4 sessions and the 5th session is free. Or if you buy 10 sessions, you end up paying for 8 or 9. So you can save money, but it starts at $60 for 1-hour massage, and it can go as high as $100 to $120 for a 1-hour massage.
How much does massage therapy cost in Asunción?
Like in America, massage therapy varies. The cost of massage therapy varies in Asunción as well. You can expect to pay anywhere from, I would say, $15 to $20 an hour to $30 to $40 an hour. Yes, it can be this expensive. The last time I paid roughly $39 for 110 minutes, which is actually quite reasonably priced. And they do have a special promo. So if you buy 5 sessions, then the 5th session is free. One 110-minute session would cost you probably $39, at the place where I've been. But if you were to purchase 5 sessions, you would end up paying probably $31 per session.
What can you expect to spend on a full-time maid in San Antonio, Texas?
You can see that the average wage of a maid, of a full-time maid in San Antonio, Texas is $2,340.
What can you expect to spend on in a full-time maid in Asunción, Paraguay?
Local salaries are quite low here in Asunción, Paraguay, and you can probably already find a full-time maid starting at probably $300 to $400 a month. But I do recommend paying more for a number of reasons. If you pay more, then you will probably end up with a more loyal person because they don't have to work for another job because they're getting paid more than they would be getting paid working for a local company. And I always think that that's an advantage that you have as a foreigner, where you can add a little bit on top and just make it, more exclusive and even more important, more comfortable for the person working for you. Because, if they can get paid more working for you, then chances are they will keep working for you versus working for a different person that may not be able to pay as much. So I recommend spending at least $500, maybe even more, on a full-time maid here for the reason that I just mentioned. At the time of shooting this video, gasoline sells for $3.78 per gallon in San Antonio, Texas. Right now we're seeing liter prices ranging from 80 cents to $1. So you can expect to pay anywhere from $3.20 to $4 per gallon. Are you wanting to move to Asunción, Paraguay to lower your living expenses? If you're interested in obtaining a residence permit in Paraguay, then please feel free to reach out to us now. You should see our website link displayed right below the video.
Thank you for watching Nomad Elite.